Went to county jail. First degree murder. Special aggravated robbery. Special aggravated kidnapping. Facing a life sentence. By the grace of God, I ended up getting an 11-year sentence. I was 19 then. I'm 28 now. For the last 9 years. This is where I've been at. Check this out. This is my cell. As you can see, my bed, my cellar bed. See, it's a toilet right there. Got it covered up. As you can see, I live in a bathroom. Let me show you. Where my hygiene and stuff at. See our coats. Laundry bags. Little commissary. Let me take this down so you can see the door. The door right here. I'm gonna let you see a little bit of the pod. If I can. You see they playing domino. That's the shower. You see the officer right there. I know you see that keyboard. That's the prison. Only way you can get that is if you've been out of trouble for a while. Can't have no write-up. See my back window, I got it covered up. I'm gonna show you outside. See that fence? This is real. That's where I'm at. This ain't a drill. He's serious right here. This ain't juvie. See, I got a TV. It's cable, but trust me, it ain't worth coming to prison. Go my study notes. Jesus Christ, my rock. That's what changed my life. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what I'd be doing. Let me show you something else. These are my books. All of them faith-based. This the book I wrote myself. The Life, Sunday to Sunday. This is my workbook. It's about renewing the mind. Let me show you something else. This is the time sheet right here. They get these out every month. Show you a good time and stuff. How much time you done did when your time expired. This right here, a withdrawal form. This how you send money home. I use to pay my tax. It's a visitation form. God forbid you don't never have to use none of this. This right here, it's an information request form. And what this is, you fill this out when you're trying to find out something like from your counselor, the IRC or the UC or the IPO, different stuff like that. Hopefully you don't never have to find out what them abbreviations mean. This right here, a phone list. A lot of people ain't filling them out because the phone calls, they so high. You suddenly be from Nashville, they send you all the way out East Tennessee. Your phone call will be $6-7 a call, so you do the math. This right here, a grievance form. This when the officer got some kind of misconduct or done something against the policy. Supposed to fill this out. They supposed to come up with some solution to help both the officer and the inmate, but rarely does that happen because. So basically, these are relevant. I'm gonna show you something else. This is my shelf. See, I gotta have my clothes folded up a certain way. My cellar shelf. Like I said, I've been here the last 9 years, man. I ain't been able to see my mama. I ain't seen my daughter. She 13 now. I basically watched her grow up through pictures. I'll show you a couple pictures of her, man. Show you how I watched her grow up through pictures, man. It's crazy. My baby. It's my baby right there, man. I should find these baby pictures, man. You see, she was little right there. She get bigger. love her to death. It's my baby, man. I miss her. I ain't been able to see her at all. Had to watch her grow up through pictures, homie. You don't want to do that. If you ain't got kids, I'm pretty sure you want to have them one day. You don't want to watch them grow up through no pictures. This the picture that helped change my life a little bit. You probably can't see it, but that's my granddad's name on there. It's Joe Sr. And when I seen this picture right here, I was thinking, man, that could have been me right there. And see, she was younger here, holding my niece. That's my sister, baby. I miss that too. She was a ballerina then. I remember when she told me she wanted to do that. Man, what, 2-3 weeks? I said, you still want to do ballet? She said, no, daddy. She loved basketball too. She just like me. This right here is a picture of my dad at one point in time. Me and him was selling. Yeah, that's my granny, man. She passed away about a year ago. Since I've been in here, my granddaddy and Joe Sr. He passed away. He gone. And I said, my daddy right there in the middle. They were giving furloughs then. My daddy been gone like 29 years. Behind him is my daddy brother. That's my uncle right there. That's Uncle Steven. Got a couple more pictures in here of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? She was just a baby. I'll show you real quick. She's just a baby, man. That's how my mama. Love mom's death. I miss her too. Oh, I miss her. Sometimes it's good to reflect on where the Most High brought you from. Sometimes I get in my head and I just be like, I ain't as far as I would like to be, or I ain't done as much as I would like to do. And then I look back at life and I realize how much he protected me from, how much he shielded me from, how much he kept me from, even through the fire. Because this right here was a moment where I feel like I was in the fire. Even though I caused it, I most definitely put myself in that situation by the choices that I made. But sometimes I just feel like maybe I'm being unappreciative or ungrateful, because when I look back, I realize, dang, what it could have been and what it was. I remember how many times I cried out. I remember how many prayers I sent up. I remember reading. I remember talking to people about the predicament, about the situation. I talk to people about their circumstances all the time. And if you listen to people long enough, eventually I believe they'll start hearing themselves. Because sometimes I hear myself and I'll be like, man, now let me tell you this, that don't take away that I still want to grow. It don't take away that I can't think certain things or feel certain ways to motivate me to keep going. But to sit in your feelings or your emotions and it come off as unappreciative when you're not realizing in the moment what you really done been through and where he brought you from. One thing that kills me the most is when people tell me you don't look like what you've been through. Nobody does majority of the time. Unless people open up their mouth and start to tell you what they've been through and what they've experienced, there's no way you can look at people who on the surface who have overcome. He said, we overcome by the blood and the word of our testimony. When you look at an overcomer, they're not supposed to look like they passed. You ain't supposed to see wounds. They don't come off as traumatized. They don't come off as programmed and conditioned. What you see is healing. Why is it that you expect someone to look like what they've been through when they believe and they've been delivered and they've healed? So when you see me, what you see is the joy of the Most High on me. You see the gratefulness. You see the smile that you see. It's the me realizing that I had another chance at life so many times, but this was the one time I was like, I'm gonna make the most out of life. I'll never look like what I've been through. So that's one thing I don't like. And then another thing is, people don't understand that sometimes the Most High will put you in situations to save you physically. I don't like to give a lot of credit to going to prison because I know it was a choice that put me in prison. But I know for a fact throughout that journey,
he met me where I was at. When he meets you where you are, regardless of the predicament, I don't care if you're sleeping in your car, if you're sleeping under a bridge, I don't care if you're in a situation that you've been trying to get away from, you don't want to be in. I don't know what it looked like right now, but a lot of times it's hard for him to get our attention until we in desperate, chaotic, crazy, hopeless situations. So I'm grateful that he did meet me at the prison. And not only did he meet me at the prison, I'm glad that he's still walking with me today, because he's continued to be faithful even when I'm unfaithful. And I had to drop this on you today because somebody need to realize where you were and where you are now. Quit focusing on maybe the current moment ain't exactly what you want it to be. But look at where he brought you from before.